Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, and as promised, I'm going to show you how to make a peanut butter cake for Koji for his 11th birthday. But first, I want to get to some of my goodies I got today. Today was a very happy day for me because I got my City order and I got both of my Amazon orders today. First, I'm going to do my City order. Here's the ring. It's so freaking pretty. I love it to death. It's right there. Oh my god, I love that ring. Next is my roses. So this is what it came with. Here's the seeds. Here's her little business card and the instructions and how to grow them, which you'll find that out on my plant update, which is probably going to be tomorrow. And here are Cody's little sneakers. They're so freaking cute and they fit. I'm just going to make some adjustments when I have to put them on. They fit him perfectly, it's just he's very Houdini with his shoes. And next is my planner. This is not like a regular planner. This is a planner I had when I was going to school for a medical degree, but I stopped. So on here, I'm using the monthly right now until I'm able to actually buy a regular planner. But this is my planner right now. So we got Koji's birthday right here, and then we got a tutorial or plant update, whichever. I don't think I have a tutorial this week though. And then Thursday is why do guys ask you to say the phrase I love you when you never met them. And Friday is your life worth jail time. So that's what I got so far this week. But if you want to buy these roses on Amazon, I'm going to tell you how much they were. They were really, really cheap. Oh my god. They are $5.49 right there. $5.49 for the ones I got. Yeah, so you can go to Amazon and look up where cream bella rose seeds. There was 20 seeds. So yeah, it's real simple. So now we're gonna get to Koji's cake because I'm really, really excited about this. So I'm going to go back to my photos because I took a photo of it because it's on my laptop. And there it is. So I have the directions right here. It says preheat oven to 350 degrees. So that's what we're going to do. I have a digital oven. I love it. Bake. It's at 350 already. So I'm going to click start. It says line 3-inch round cake pan. 5-inch tall with parchment paper lightly greased and set aside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find one of my dishes, so bear with me. I didn't get the dish out. Don't know why, but I didn't. But I think I know where they are. So I'm going to go down here and get the dishes that I'm going to need. I see it. Just going to move some things around. Oh, here's the dish I'm going to use. It's pretty. I got it for free. From like a little survey or something I did. I got that for free. I do have some pie pans around here too. But I'm just going to rinse it out. It's always best to do that. Especially down here in Florida when there's bugs everywhere this time of year. So I'm just going to dry it up. I think I still have parchment paper. I'm not too sure about that, but I'll improvise if I have to. Okay, so here is a little dish. Look how pretty that is. It's so beautiful. Love it. And that was Facebook. Oh, yeah, I still got some parchment paper. Yay! So we're just going. What is best to do is to line it above your little dish so you know how much you're going to need. Sorry about that. I work like that. And then try to make it stay flat. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. What I do is I put it in the dish all the way around and then I cut out the edges. So I go like that. I'm just going to cut the edges. Let me get my scissors, my good scissors that I have over here. And I'm going to let Koji out in a minute because he's at the back door again. So put it in the middle, because it's not going to stay like that. So you have the hand down there, and just cut the edges just enough so it won't be burning in the oven, basically. So I'm just going to like maybe an inch outside of the dish, about an inch. Just cutting around the parchment paper. So there's one side. Then I'm going to turn it like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. About an inch outside of the dish. If you can see. This might's not letting me see what I'm doing. Okay. So then we're supposed to lightly grease. So I'm going to use some vegetable shortening. That's what I'm going to use. We could have used oil, couldn't we? Just think about that. So I'm going to use the vegetable oil that we bought already. So there it is. Vegetable oil. The little bitty bottle that I showed you guys last week. So I'm just going to open it and peel this off. If I can. Ow. I'm going to try not to curse, but it's hard when things don't agree with you. And then I'm just going to pour just a little bit. Just enough to get it to weigh down some. And then I'm going to use a spoon, because I don't have a brush. I'm just going to spread it all around the paper here. Like that. So I just use some vegetable oil. You could use Pam if you want to. It's totally up to you. But it just says to just grease it down. Lightly grease it down. So just going to do it like that. I'm just going to set that aside and clean up my little mess I made over here. So, grab the paper, grab the spoon, like that. And put this away. Always clean up right after you make a mess. That way you don't have like a big mess to clean up when you're done with everything. Okay, so now we got that. The oven's at 203 right now. In a large bowl, whisk together flour and baking powder. Flour and baking powder. So, I'm gonna see. So I know I took a picture of the ingredients before. I am hoping I kept it, but I don't know. So I'm just going to back through my pictures to see if I kept that picture. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take Koji out, get the two ingredients I talked about, and put them out here, and I'll show you what you've got to do next. See you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I took Koji out. I'm back in because he had to go again. And now I have the baking powder and the whole wheat flour. So now we need to get a bowl. It's going to be a large bowl, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a large bowl. I have just the bowl for that, which is luckily right here. It's awesome. So now we're going to go back and see how much baking powder. Let's see, I need a tablespoon and a half of baking powder. See if I can find my tablespoon. That's a half. That'll work. So I'm just going to open it. You can open it from the side on this one, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to open it like that. So 1, 2, and 3, since that's a half. Gotta do it 3 times. Okay. And then the whole wheat flour, we need a cup of whole wheat flour. So let me find my cup here. Right there. There's the cup. And what I like to do is I like to put it over the bowl so there's no mess around the bowl. So I'm just going to open this guy up and try not to spill it. If I open it, just throw it when it's like right there. where it's not supposed to be. Alright. Now I'm just going to pour a little bit of thyme in here. Sometimes I gotta squeeze the bag. I don't know what time this video will come out because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with it, so it's not going to come out on its normal time. I already told my friends on Facebook that. I'm trying to loosen it up a bit because it's very stiff. And didn't want to come out. Okay, so that's about a cup of whole wheat flour. I'm just going to set that aside right there. And then it says we need to whisk that together. Well, I'm not going to whisk them together, it's dry ingredients. Basically, all you need is a spoon and just mix it. Just mix it together until it combines like that. And just mix it till it combines. I'm going to try to show you guys because I don't want to spill this either. But sure, it looks something like that. So now we're going to see what's next, and people are texting. Add whisked eggs. So let's see how many eggs we need so I can whisk them. 2 eggs. 2 eggs. Which is good because we keep eggs in this house. Between it being my breakfast, now that I'm walking everywhere. And at the end of this video, I'll show you the newest Pokemon I caught today. Well, I didn't catch him. He was from an egg. And I'm just going to get this bowl right here. I don't use a whisk. Not really. I just use a fork and whisk it together. Same outcome. There's 1. And 2. So then, I just get a fork, like I said, and I just whisk it together. Just going around in a circle, basically. Make sure you get both eggs. Sometimes one egg wants to be stubborn and not get whisked. So you're just basically doing small circles. Basically what you're doing to whisk it with a fork. And then when it's to your satisfaction, so we're going to add the eggs to the dry ingredients. Like that. And then it says oil. So we need 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. And I don't know where my small one went to, so we're going to try this. So 1/4 of a cup. So let's see, about there. I don't like it down, so I just hold it up and wait till it stops moving to see. Yeah, it's about 1/4. Pour the oil in, like that. I always do that so it doesn't get mess all over the stove. And then we need to add the applesauce. And we're going to add 1/3 of a cup applesauce. I still have some applesauce in the refrigerator here because I use it for Koji's peanut butter balls. So I still have some. So it's 1/3 of a cup. I'm just going to use the dry. And I'm just going to use this guy. It's close enough. Koji's not going to care if it's the right amount of ingredients. He's not going to care. He's not. all he's gonna care about is if it tastes good. That's all he really cares about. Some people like to pour it over, but I don't like making a big old mess like the peanut butter, so I just spoon it out, which kind of takes a bit longer, but totally worth it. So I'm just gonna pour it out a bit and see how that comes out. I just don't like making big messes like the peanut butter. That. And we're just going to pour that in. Like that. Got the sink. Everything goes in the sink. Alrighty. Then we're going to see what our next step is for this. So go back to the instructions. Stir to combine. So I'm going to take the spoon right here that I use for the dry ingredients, and I'm just going to mix it up until it combines. You can do this with your hand or a mixer or a standing mixer like I have, but I didn't do it that way. So I'm just going to do it with my hand. You just want to stir until it's combined. And then once there are no longer any streaks of dry flour, add peanut butter. Just make sure you don't see any streaks of dry flour. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm just checking to see if I don't see any dry flour in here, and I don't anymore. So now we're going to add the peanut butter, and we need 1/3 of a cup peanut butter. Here's what I was using. This one first, and then this big guy. So now we're going to do the peanut butter. We need 1/3. So I'm going to use this guy. I'll do this one twice. Spoon. I don't like to mix my ingredients together. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I don't use the same spoon for everything. I just don't. So I'm just going to try to get this in here as quickly as possible. And try to use the rest of this so I can just use that one for the icing mostly. And his peanut butter balls. So we're almost there. And we'll see if Koji wants to lick some of his peanut butter this time. The last time I did his peanut butter balls, he didn't want no peanut butter. Okay. So there's one. What I'm just going to do is empty the rest of this peanut butter into the bowl here. I'm not going to measure it at this point because Cody's not going to care. So I'm just going to try to put as much in here as possible. That's going to be about it. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to bring Koji over to lick my fingers, basically. Come here, boo. Come here. Mr. Argumentative. Yes, he is. Okay, so I'm going to try with this hand. So here's your peanut butter right there. Are you going to lick it? Gonna lick the peanut butter? Ooh, don't take my thumb. Please don't take my thumb. There's some more peanut butter. I got a spoon for you. Look at the spoon. Full of peanut butter. Do you? Alright, that's enough. And now, he's going to have tongue issues. That's good stuff, huh? Keep it like this for a few minutes. But we'll get back to the rest of the cake. Grab my little thing here. Get his tongue stuff off me. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, he's still licking his chops there. So I forgot to throw these out. I always throw those out before you put the eggs back. Yikes. Put the eggs back before they go bad. So now, alright. Okay. Okay, we added peanut butter. Stir to mix in. So we're just going to stir it as before. Stir it in. This is, I'm guessing it's only enough to make 2 layers because that's what I saw in the picture. I'm going to bring this down so you can see me better. Right there. Follow with shredded apples and honey folded into combine. Well, I'm not doing the apples like I said last week. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of honey. Like I said last week, you can buy any honey you want. It's just, I just so happen to have organic honey. Because I was using it for like a lightning treatment that was going to take forever. So, that's just all I got. So we're just going to use this organic honey. So you want 2 tablespoons of that. You're still licking your chops, I can hear you. So there's the 2 tablespoons of honey. Still coming off the spoon there. There we go. Just gonna reference the honey over it and put it in the tank with everything else. So now we're just gonna mix the honey into the rest of the ingredients here. And it says fold, but I'm just gonna mix it like normal. It's coming out pretty good though. Just make sure your dog's not allergic to any of these ingredients before you start this cake. Koji's not, so we're good there. Okay. So next, transfer batter to prepared cake pan. Bake for 35 to 45 minutes until toothpick insert in the center cake comes out clean. So usually when I do it, usually for me, that's how it works for me. If I do it in the lowest amount of time, it comes out perfectly. But we'll see. It says 35 to 40 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. So I'm going to try to pour this in here without it going everywhere. So, this is going to be the fun part. Just going to pour it in. Like that. I'm just going to take the spoon I mixed it with and try to smooth it out as much as possible. It doesn't say smooth out, but that's what I'm going to do. It would make sense to do this, just to smooth it out a bit. Get it as far to all the sides as you possibly can. That's what I'm doing. So, I think that's good for the bottom layer. Like that. So this is what it's going to look like when you're going to put it in the oven. I'm trying to show you guys without turning on my work over. Okay, So now I'm going to put this in the oven for 35 minutes. And when the timer goes off, I'll come back and we'll see how this guy comes out. So the timer, this has bake time and a timer, but the timer, 35 minutes, that way if it's not done, I got too much later anyway. It'll go off like normal. So I'll see you guys in 35 minutes. Hey guys, I just took it out of the oven. It smells amazing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my toothpicks that we keep like this because we only use them once a year anyhow. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move the button down so you can see the cake. Fit this will work with me. It likes to move. So what we're going to do, put it in the middle of the cake. We put it down, and then back up, and it came out clean. So 30 minutes works like I thought it would. So then what it says to do, allow to cool pan for 3 to 5 minutes before you take it out. So what we're going to do with this one, I'm going to set a timer. I guess it one of these timers. I'm going to set the microwave timer for 3 minutes, for 5 minutes actually. I'm just going to let it stay right here. I changed my mind again. I'm just going to let it sit right here while we do the other one, which I think the other one is in one of these little cabinets down here. So I'm going to find that so we can go ahead and do the next layer of the cake. Because they have to be circled now, but I'm trying to find the other ones so we can do the next layer of the cake. And if I have an extra, I see where they are. They're hiding from me. Again. So here we are, a nice clear one. I'm going to wash it out first, of course. Because down here in Florida, especially during the spring and summer seasons, bugs have to come in the house. So we're just going to rinse that out and then try it. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do parchment paper, except this time I'm just going to spray it with Pam after the parchment paper. So you can do this all at once, but I'm doing it one at a time so I can show you guys. So I'm going to get the parchment paper, measure it like before, right there, place it in the center, like that, and we're going to start cutting an inch outside of the pan. So about an inch, so that when the cake sits down, it's going to be just out enough, but not out too much where it's going to hit the rack and start fire. So you definitely don't want that. Then we turn to the other side, and we're just going to do the same thing. You can use whatever oil you want to. You're just greasing the pan down just enough. Okay. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it with Pam. You can use Pam or oil, whichever you choose. So just grease it a lot. So it's just lightly grease it, but I'm not going to do that. I do have room in this refrigerator for Koji's cake once it's done. So now I'm just going to pour a little bit on here. And like before, just pour it in the middle. Then we're just going to smooth it out a bit. If you're patient like me, just pour the rest of it in there. Because I got a little patient. It wasn't coming out fast enough for me. So this is going to be the second layer. And like I said before, this video is going to come out a little bit later because of all the good stuff I'm going to do for Koji. So this is the only video that's going to come out later than it normally would. Usually my videos come out at least by 9 a.m. So not today, since it's Koji's birthday, we're going to take our time. So I'm going to get the spoon that I mix it with. And we're just going to smooth this out a bit. Try to get to all the sides as much as possible. Again, doesn't have to be a perfect round shape, just where you fill in the sides and all that. Smooth it out the best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's not perfect. Mine just it's not a complete circle because of the parchment paper, I think. So again, we're going to put this in the oven for 35 minutes, and we'll be back when that one is done. So I'm going to set this timer for 35 minutes. So it says to allow the cool for 3 to 5 minutes. Let it cool and room temperature on a wire rack. If you don't know what a wire rack is, it's kind of like this guy. This is like a cooling rack, but this is what I'm going to use for the cake. I'm just going to put it over here because our kitchen is very small and I don't have much counter space. So after a few minutes, I will come back. I can actually tell Suri to set the timer. It's going to be fun. Hi, Suri.
Hello.
Set timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes and counting.
So when this goes off, I'll come back in and I'll show you how to put it on a wire rack. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay guys, then my alarm just went off and we're going to take this cake and we're going to flip it onto this rack. The pan's still hot, but that came out quite nicely. So I'm just going to try to flip the parchment paper onto the rack, like that. And there's that. And I don't think there's like amount of time we have to do for that. Nope, there's no amount of time. So now what I'm going to do with this guy, it's still pretty hot, is I'm going to move it off the oven so it's not so hot and put it on the washing machine. That way it can cool nicely. And once it's a little bit cooler to handle, I'll move it to the side when the next one comes out in about 26 minutes. So that's how you get your cake from your baking dish to the wire rack if you've never done it before. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay guys, we're back. I'm going to use the same toothpick as before, just to check before I turn the oven off. This one is good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be nice and clear. So we're going to turn the oven off. And we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes for this one, like we did for this one over here. So I'm just feeling it. It's nice and cool now, which is very, very good. So what I'm going to do with that one, I'll go ahead and put it on a plate. My paper plates should be big enough for it. So I'm going to just test that out right now. Oh yeah, perfect size. So this is the first layer. Let's turn the light on so you can see a little better. So that's the first layer. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to go ahead and put the peanut butter in between the layers. We're going to let this one sit for 5 minutes and then I'm going to move it to the cooling rack for about a few more minutes until it's nice and cool, so it's easier to handle. And I'm trying to open this thing. It's really difficult right now. Oh, why do these make these things so hard to open? I'm getting it. Oh, there we go. Wonder if Koji. Oh, he's watching me. He's watching me. So I'm just going to take a spoon out. Just dump some on there. I do about 3 spoonsful on there. Then I'll just take like a butter knife and just get it all over. In the recipe it says you can just use peanut butter for the frosting, which is what I'm doing. So I'm just spreading the peanut butter all over. Nice good amount of peanut butter because Koji loves peanut butter, so I'm just doing like a nice healthy amount of peanut butter. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna switch sides a bit. Right there. So this one's all set to go. So this is what it looks like now with the layer of peanut butter. And once this one's cooled, I'm going to put it on top. I'm going to put peanut butter back on top of this, and I'm going to decorate with these little tiny bones. I'm going to get his attention though, because there's like only 2 minutes before I put that on the cooling rack. So I'm going to get his attention right now. Do you want this? Do you want the bone? I don't know that you can see what I'm pointing at. Oh! I got his attention. See, there he is, right in that chair. Do you want this? Do you want the bone? Every time. Here's the bone. It's gonna be gone in a matter of seconds. And yeah, it's gone. So, just gonna stand here and talk to you guys for a bit. Wow. It's like another minute before I need to put this guy on the cooling rack, and I'm going to just let it sit there for like 5-10 minutes. I'll come check it 10 minutes and see if it's cool enough to touch, if I can handle it like I did with this one. We'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to decorate this bad boy. I don't know yet how I'm going to arrange the little bitty bones. That is just something I'm going to have to see when I get there. So this one's almost ready to go on the cooling rack. So I'm just going to lift the parchment paper up and just bring it over here. Guys, it's like a few seconds till it goes off. So what I'm going to do now is just put the lid back on the peanut butter so nothing gets into it until I'm ready to put the frosting on. He's going to love this so much because I know how much he loves peanut butter. It's going to be so funny. And what I might do after the cake's all done, I might make his peanut butter balls because he doesn't have any more at this point. And this is about to go off, and you'll hear how loud this thing can be. And annoying. Okay, so time run off, so I'm over here, and I'm going to flip this guy over like that. And we're just going to let that cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to let this cool for about 10 minutes. Set timer for 10 minutes. And when that's done, I'll be back and I'll show you how I'm going to decorate the rest of this guy. Okay guys, it's cool enough for me to work with. So I'm going to get this out of here. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to place it on top of the peanut butter. That has been cooling in the refrigerator for a few minutes. So just make sure it's just cool enough where you can work with it. I'm just going to place it on top like that. So this is what it looks like so far. Nice, yummy cake. And then I'm just going to put a lot of peanut butter on top of it. And then put it all over the cake. Koji's just watching me right now because he wants this like right now, which you're not going to get. So I did 3 spoonsfuls so far, and I might add more if there's not enough for me. So I'm going to turn this light on. I hope you guys see a bit. So I'm just taking a little bit from each side and getting it out as far as it can go. You don't want to work with it when it's a little bit warm and not cool to the touch, because it'll actually melt the peanut butter or frosting that you're working with any cake. So I rotate and spread it just to make sure I get every bit of this topping on here, and then I'm going to decorate with Koji's mini boneless meat bottom. So that looks good enough to me. Koji's not going to care what it looks like. So it's okay to take the spoon out. I'll put the lid back on. And I still have plenty to make his peanut butter balls that I need to make. See, it's here. Okay. So I was just going to have like 11 kind of like medium sized ones. But these were mini. I'm like, oh cool. Put it on top. But that's not how it's going to work. So I'm just going to place them randomly on the cake here. Some are going to be straight, some are going to be crooked. And he's eyeballing me right now. So I'm not putting them in any sort of order. Just randomly. I take like a few at a time and just place them. Sometimes milk bone is upside down, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to place them. That one actually fell out of my hand on there, so I just flipped it over. But it really doesn't matter what order they go in. So I'm just putting them in random places here. Just put them all over. That way, every time Koji has a slice of cake, he has at least one milk bone in there. Then what I'll do is I'll put it in the refrigerator until after we're like done doing our errands today. Because it's Koji's birthday, we still gotta do errands. And then I'll definitely post this on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so everybody can see his cake when I'm done with it. But other than that, nobody's going to know how I made this, how I decorated, all that stuff until they watch the video, which won't come out till probably about 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. I never like to put a video out this late. I did one this late once before, but that was like a hair dye tutorial. I haven't done one since then, so it's very rare for me to send a video out that late at night. So I usually have it done by 3 a.m. usually, because I'm up that late anyway. So I'm just placing them where they'll fit nicely. And since Koji is eyeballing me right now, I'll give him one when I'm done. We're almost done here. It's gonna look super cute. It kind of reminds me of my birthday cake I had one year. It was frosting, it's a chocolate cake frosting. It had M&Ms all over it. So that's kind of what it reminds me of right now. I know since Koji is getting older, that he won't be here much longer according to his breeding life expectancy. So I decided from now on that I will be making him a cake every year. We're almost done here. It's just not a big cake at all. It's big enough to fit on a plate. So it's really not that big. And what I'll do is I'll give him a slice every day. kind of like this better. Instead of just doing like the 11 ones on top. Kind of like this looks better to me. And I'll show you guys in a sec. I'm almost done decorating here. And people must be doing it right now. Even though I told them I'm not going to talk to any of y'all today because it's Koji's birthday. And I'm going to spend the whole day with him, not talking to anybody. I had a guy freak out because I thought I had a guy I was talking to. No. It's my son's birthday. I don't know how we got from me talking about my son's birthday to a guy. Apparently I'm dating. And Koji thinks I dropped one. So I'm just putting some extra ones around the cake. Some extra spaces here. It's gonna look super cute. And you're gonna love it. I know it. My peanut butter loving you. Oh my god. He loves peanut butter so freaking much. It's kind of why I put a lot on the cake. Okay. So I'm gonna try to walk this over to you guys to show you guys. Turn the light on again. And there is the topping to his cake. They're all over. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator until later tonight after we're done our errands. I'm gonna give him a slice and I'm gonna record it. So you can see how much he loves this cake. And thank God we have a big refrigerator. So this cake's going in there, it's gonna be in there until after we've done our errands. I'm gonna give him some because I'm gonna try and move him out here so you can see him. Right here. Here. I'm trying to move him out. Koji. Right here. Right here. There we go. He knows to be gentle. I think now I might feel like a little nibble on my fingers. As when he was younger, he would try to bite my finger off. So that's how you do a dog cake. But now, as promised, I'm going to show you my newest Pokemon. I caught a sparrow. Yeah, I caught that guy on today. And this guy hatched from the egg I had. I was very surprised to see him come out of my egg. I have 2 more eggs. That guy came out of a 5.0 km egg. I have one of those too. I have a 2.0 and a 5.0. I'm thinking tomorrow I'll have my 2.0 to hatch. The last time I had an egg hatch from this low of a walking space was a Pidgey. So I'm hoping it's better than a Pidgey because I catch Pidgeys all day over here. So that's more than a Pidgey. So that's how you make a cake and all the ingredients and all the things you need to do to make it delicious. So I'll be back after we get up. We go do our errands. We come back. Hopefully Koji will have a special item when we come back. A TOY. I can't say it because then he'll think he's getting one. So I really can't say it out loud. And then once we come back and we give him his little goodies, I'll film him when he gets his new TOY, hopefully, and his cake. He'll get to taste his cake for the first time, and I think he's going to love it. I hope he does. I put a lot of work into that. And after that, I'll do my ending and all that, and I'll probably put in a couple more videos that I have on my files of Koji during his birthdays, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Boo Boo, what is that?
Do you want this because it's your birthday and you're a big 11 years old?
Okay, then you have to record him.
It's still on?
Yep.
Mommy's gonna get you a birthday cake. What is that, boo-boo? You got the toy? Tell me you're getting tired already. Must destroy. What you got, boo-boo?
Koji.
What's Chrissy got?
Mommy's got you a cake. What is that?
What is that, boo? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I do that. What is that? Do you like your peanut butter cake? Do you like your peanut butter cake? Do you like that? Is that good? Look at that. Look at that. Let's kill this creature. Let's destroy. Wasn't as strong as figured to begin with. It's dying. The peanut butter frosting, I know. It's telling it slows down, isn't it? You like your birthday toy. It's okay, you'll walk it off tomorrow. Yes, you will. Where are you going? The toy. Is the peanut butter getting to you? Still has a mild sweet to it. Yes, it does.
My little tornado. Koji, do you want this?
Bring it here.
Koji.
Bring it here.
Right, ignore both of y'all. Koji.
Bring it here, boo-boo. Boo-boo. You killed it.
Making sure he did. Koji, that's enough. Drop it. Drop it. Leave it. Come here. Come eat your cake. Yeah, and it has those treats on top. Yeah. Oh my God.
You will not take it from me.
My
Good boo-boo.
peanut butter lover, you.
Every morsel.
So good. Peanut butter cake. No. Drop it.
Drop it.
Drop. Okay, shaky leg. Back one's just a-going. Can we eat some more of your cake? I think it's safe to say you like your peanut butter cake. Yeah. Good, huh?
Huh?
No. Drop it. Drop. A good cake. Where are you going?
What do you think?
Honey, you're not tall enough. You can't reach it. Now, come over here and eat your cake.
What was that?
Makes good video though. Koji, honey, you're not tall enough. You're not tall enough. Koji. What's this? Koji, what's this right here? Do you want a treat?
It's mine. Mine.
Honey, again, you're not tall enough.
I'm gonna get it.
Come eat your treat.
Mine. 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 Down on the floor though.
Koji's cake. And Koji wants to steal away again.
Mine.
It's gotta be up there somehow. Imagine it came from the closet to your chair.
Mine. My cake. Mine. 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 Don't you bite me. Get it. I'm gonna get it.
They keep away game.
I'm gonna get it. It's mine.
Mr. Diva, don't touch it.
I like the bottom better, huh? How about this right here? See this? No, that's where I have the cake.
He wants to be a diva.
This right here.
Should see how many times I offer him water when I walk, he doesn't want any.
No, I'm not going to get it.
But you have to be.
I'm going to have it.
But you have to be getting it for me. See, it's right here. So that was Koji's birthday. But I had to put his toy away because he wouldn't listen. And that's the rest of his cake. So he has to eat and some water since he wants to be a diva.